And now, the world's most watched professional wrestling news program, the Pro Wrestling Report.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Dameon Nelson of the Pro Wrestling Report here with the legendary Christopher Daniels. I consider you legendary.
Holy crap.
I consider you legendary.
Okay.
Right here on the Pro Wrestling Report. Thank you very much for your time. And let's talk a little bit about your career. And let's talk about the journey that took you to TNA. You went through a lot before making your way in TNA, and not that anything before that wasn't making your way, but on a national scale really became recognized once coming over to TNA as the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, which you had been for quite some time.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, I feel like I was one of the last guys that actually did the full gamut of independent wrestling and overseas, and finally kind of breaking my way into TNA here in the national spotlight. So whatever steps independent wrestlers have to take to get to the national stage, I took it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was very long and daunting, but you know, it's my career, and I wouldn't change a bit of it.
TNA right now, coming off the heels of the big 2-hour live Impact, first live Impact, traveling, doing live events, pay-per-views in other markets. Obviously, Spike TV, the 2-hour expansion of Impact. The ratings have been increasing. TNA certainly growing as a company. Having been with TNA for so long, and granted now taking more of a backstage role in TNA, that passion, there's that passion in TNA. Everybody really has that desire for TNA to succeed. The performers, the athletes, everybody involved. That passion, and everyone compares it to WWE. You know, is TNA WWE? Is that a fair comparison? Is that really what will gauge the success of the company TNA?
Well, I feel like our biggest success has come when we celebrated the difference between TNA and WWE. I feel like, if we try and go and do exactly what WWE does, we might be a shade behind. But when we go out there and show the things that make us different from WWE, that's when we really succeed. Mm-hmm. Like when we go out there and we show that the X Division is all about no restraints, no limits, people turn their heads, people look at us. When we go out there and we show the roster that we have, and the fact that we've got X Division guys, good heavyweight guys, we still put a good emphasis on tag team wrestling. We try and show that variety, and show that our variety is much wider than what the WWE is offering. I feel like that's when people are standing up and taking notice. So I don't think that that comparing us to WWE is fair at this point. Just knowing that, I feel like calling us both professional wrestling is probably where the fair comparison ends. Mm-hmm. And then we're just doing different styles of stuff right now. And we're trying to take advantage of the things that we do better than them. And right now it's the variety of stuff. I mean, I feel like our women's division is head and shoulders above what they're doing. I feel like we've got excellent tag teams, and they've stopped kind of putting an emphasis on them for such a long time. And definitely I feel like the X division is way head, shoulders, knees, and toes above what they've got going on. And so, I feel like there's a lot more for the wrestling fan to enjoy when they watch a TNA show than there is for what they watch in WWE. So.
And TNA went from "We Are Wrestling" to "Cross the Line," and that really is a huge statement because, again, so many people compare WWE to TNA, and as for all the points you just said, TNA provides great professional wrestling. TNA provides great entertainment as well. I'm not just saying that because I'm talking to you, it's a fact. A lot of our viewers have compared the three organizations, WWE, TNA, and Ring of Honor, and saying Ring of Honor is great wrestling, WWE is great entertainment, and TNA is right in the middle, giving you both, making it the better product. And that's the difference that's out there. Tonight's live Impact was an amazing 2 hours, and I've recently been to Raw, been to SmackDown, it was my third time in the Impact Zone. Just a top to bottom great show. And the fans completely into it. I mean, just absolute intensity. TNA down the road, where do you see TNA in 2 years?
Well, I feel like the business plan that we've followed has just been a matter of like small steps forward every chance we get. Like I said, we waited for such a long time to get from Fox Sports Net to Spike TV. We waited for a long time to get from an hour to 2 hours. We waited to get into prime time. But every step we've taken has been a step forward, and I feel like we've never let our reach exceed our grasp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've taken every step forward that we could handle and be successful at, rather than try and jump 100 steps forward and fail. So, you know, the fact that we've done as well as we've done in the last 5.5 years, and now we've taken that first step into doing live 2-hour shows, I feel like slowly but surely has been our motto for the last 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And you know, the more that we put forth, the more that we let the guys shine, let the talent speak for itself, I feel like we're reaching more people every day. We're letting more people know that TNA is a viable alternative to World Wrestling Federation. You know, we can't help but succeed.
When are we going to have the opportunity to see Christopher Daniels back in a regular on-air role on TNA?
Well, I'm always a fan of the motto, never say never. So right now, I'm happy doing the stuff I'm doing backstage. I'm taking more of a leadership role with different guys. And, you know, right now that's where my talents are being used. But I haven't given up on being in TNA ring. And, you know, hopefully soon you'll see the Fallen Angel again.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time here on the Pro Wrestling Report. That's it from, where are we? Orlando, Florida, home of TNA Wrestling.